and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right.
We are just to the west of you, Coach, on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Down. 60 outlaw.
45. Check.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Yeah, baby.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 31-yard line.
Hey,
They'll
easy.
come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Get in the weight room.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, New Orleans.
Ready.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check. Off. 5-8.
Throwing now is Brees. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Boom, all day.
Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, that's flag 45. Check
There's
flag 45.
Yeah, that's what I
He
do.
completes it to Cohen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So flag for the contact.
All day,
pass
baby,
interference.
let's go.
And I know
Let's
that
go.
you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend
Let's
too
go,
much time
let's
with
go,
me.
get
Okay,
set.
I'll side
Check,
with you
watch
on
the
this
before,
one.
watch
Here's
the
correct
before.
call.
Watch the run, watch the run.
First down, a run with Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Get it.
Boom! I see you, boy. I see you.
Chopper.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Hey. High 7.
Watch the shift, watch the shift.
Shoot.
Watch the shift, watch the
2nd and
shift.
5 now. Hill. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there. Threw it behind him. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete
You don't want none of that.
Give me it. Pick up the ball. 11.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey, Foxtrot. What's the ball? Hey, when I touch check
Shotgun
Mike's
now for
54.
Breeze.
Mike's 54.
He's going to fire
Yeah.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but
Let's go,
not
boys.
before
Let's go.
reaching the 10-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Check. Watch 54. Rip left. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Blue draw Corkers. Golf. Ready.
Out of the gun. Hill. And that's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Come on,
So now
set.
2nd and 10
8,
after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 50. Hit it.
High.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd
Okay,
down.
Betty, I see you.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Yellow lady.
8th play of this opening
Mike's
drive
5-4.
coming up. This is 3rd down.
Danny.
21. Hey, Charlie.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Watch a slant.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and
My
it's
bad,
picked
guys,
off.
my bad.
Landry,
My
the
bad,
intended
guys.
target. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Watch the slant.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10
59,
at their
Mike.
own
59,
20-yard
Mike.
line.
Check. 59.
Come on,
Second-year man from
He's
USC,
crashing.
this is Ronald
He's checking
Jones.
crash.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Right there.
Anytime you call an
Danny,
inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
your legs, because I'm about to take
3-yard
you to
loss
school.
to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
53
Here's
to Mike.
Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
baby.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said.
Jack, 22.
First quarter,
59.
can you do it all
I'm
game
coming.
long?
I'm
They
coming.
catch it, you
wait.
tackle them, they go down on the
Check
spot.
59,
Because when you're
Mike.
able to do
Mike
that,
is
you don't give up
59.
big
Mike
chunks
is
of yardage
59.
after
Let's
the
go.
catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every
Mike's
series
59.
they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Jones on the return. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position.
Let's go now.
It's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
6'6", bullet high.
45's the mic. 45's the
Smoke.
defense wins championships, man.
5.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. A gain of 3, second down.
Oh, yeah!
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, he don't want none.
Breeze now. Gives this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
And the Saints first down.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now that's one they hate.
We
the
got
ball's
this.
got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
You got nothing today. Go. You got nothing.
And an alley to run. Finding room inside the 40. And oh, at the end of it, he stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
It's not often that we see big plays
That ball don't belong to you,
end in
boy. That ball
disaster,
belongs to us.
and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate
Let's
for
get
the
this
goal
ball
line, and
back for the
sometimes
offense.
you get
Let's
the
go.
ball out ahead away from your body,
Kill,
or you're
kill.
trying to extend to get
Kill,
there,
kill.
or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Oh, yeah!
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive
Hey, I'm
guys.
coming after you.
They
I'm
just
coming
can't
after
go
you.
backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready. White 25.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
From the 22, Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And he's taken down, but able
Let's
to
go,
slip
boys.
across
Bring
the
it up.
35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Ready. Blue lady.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Flip, flip, flip. You gonna see me in your... Hey,
Now a first down
hey, check
carry by
24.
Jones.
Watch 24.
And that play going
He's coming,
absolutely
he's coming, he's
nowhere
coming.
as
We
he's
got double up,
belted
double
before
up.
he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here.
Yeah.
They'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Black 22.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Now Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
On the ready.
The Saints
45,
offense
45,
on
Mike,
the field,
45.
ready to get their drive
Hey, watch the
started.
slant.
And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're
Five,
only in November.
five.
A lot can happen between now
Check
and January.
45
But if
to
it
Mike.
ended today,
Check
they would
45
just
to
be
Mike.
on the
Any
outside of the
Yeah,
playoff
you
picture
are.
looking
Not
in.
today.
So a lot to fight
Check,
for.
check.
Yeah,
Lucky,
wasn't it
lucky,
interesting in our
lucky.
meeting with the coaching staff
Bravo.
that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak.
Let's go,
Got
let's
the whole
go.
month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Set. 18 Gator.
We're scoreless
Come on now,
after
let's go.
one.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Check your hot read.
Get it.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big
Here
shot?
we go.
54.
50 plant.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Big grip. Big grip.
Now this time he'll look to
Hey,
throw.
keep it out. Keep it out.
And his throw is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle,
Right there.
they're going to have a few
55-9.
words to say
Right
to their
there.
QB,
54
aren't
Mike.
they?
Yeah, hung out to
Hey,
dry
hey,
a little
hey,
bit there
hey.
on the high throw. Luckily
Hey.
fell incomplete. Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, that's
able
it.
to
Get behind him,
record
pass
his
and run.
fifth sack of the
Let's keep
season.
it up. Let's keep it up.
The beauty of screen
Let's
passes
get this.
is they
Let's
take a
get
little
this.
time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to
Ready.
attack a screen?
Ready?
Typically a
Mike,
blitz,
54.
and even though people think that the screen operates
watch
against
that,
the
watch
blitz,
that.
if
Check
you have
Mike,
the blitz
54.
call and you still
Mike,
cover the
54.
screen,
I'm
that
here all
allows
day.
your blitzers to get
kill.
there.
Kill. Wait,
On third and long, it's Breeze. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are,
Here we go.
the more
Set.
confidence your guy's going to
70,
have in you to
Indy.
go to
54,
you
watch
in important
54.
times because he
your
can
job.
trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Ready. Yellow waiting, yellow waiting.
Mike's 5-4. Drop deep, drop deep.
0-2.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54
From the
Mike.
30 on
Better
second
breathe.
down. Breeze
Better breathe.
again has it complete.
Letting you know right now, you better
And
break.
they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5,
Let's go, fellas.
good enough for the first down.
First down, New Orleans.
This
45's the Mike.
offense finding
Watch
its
the curl,
legs
watch the
now.
curl, watch the
Here's
curl.
another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Hill. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Let's go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
He runs. Hey, wahoo!
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Hey, now.
45, Mike, 45. Rip right.
That'll be complete to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
Hey, Echo. Shoot.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him
Last
behind
stop.
the line.
Last
Loss
stop.
of 2 there. Second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Shift. Hey, switch gears.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Hey, check Mike 40.
Ready.
This is
I'm coming after you.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got you. Chef. 54's Mike. 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch 54. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Hill. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with
We
what
play
I said.
to win.
I have no
Let's
idea.
go. Mike.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the stuff they were looking for.
Go. Kill.
Everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So
Check
they're
three,
furiously going over
check
things
three.
on the sidelines.
5 on
What
50.
do we need to do
5 on
to pick
50.
up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice
Mike
job
is
to force the
59, Mike is
incompletion.
59.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete
Mike's
pass.
59. Mike's 59.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
Let's go, baby.
Pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
5 on the 50. Mike to 59. Mike to 59.
On first
Party
down.
now. This is
And
party
the
now.
coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And that'll bring up second down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
To throw again on second down. Winston, he finds his target. It's Evans.
Ooh.
The reception good for
That's
7.
what I'm talking about.
It's third
Nice
down.
hit, boy.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Jameis to throw it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Scott Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
That's it, baby.
So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Ready. 95, 56. 95, 56. 20 seconds.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Over.
We got 4. We got 4.
20 seconds.
Now Breeze on third down. Completes it to Jason Witten.
That's
The
it,
last
baby.
time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003.
Come on, set.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go right here now. Hey, Delta. Let go.
45. Hill.
I'm coming
and
for
an
you.
incomplete
You
pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Ready.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
53. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Mike's 54.
Hey, orbit.
Just like that.
Hey, what on? Check
Again,
Mike
they'll
54.
throw with Breeze.
Mike 54.
Here
we go.
Fly in the direction again. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Let's go
An
now.
incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
Man out.
He may try and run for this.
Run!
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing
Let's
over
go.
out
Let's
of
do
bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Ready.
So the
Five,
big
eight,
play
five,
has
eight.
them all the way
Check,
down
check.
to
Watch
the
54,
30
watch
now
54.
for first and 10.
All you get is a headache. 5-9.
Tight dog.
11.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Cut!
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7.
Saints 10, Buccaneers 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're down three, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
Oh boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Flip it.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12.
Yo!
Five-oh.
59, Mike. Check. 59.
Winston now.
Hey, man.
Looking
Watch
deep
the boot. Watch the
downfield.
boot.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Try to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect.
Hey, we
but
gotta
as you
get this
alluded
stop
to,
here,
it does have
D.
that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Sonic. Check 59.
Delta.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come to my world. Let's go. We won. Come to my world.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and it's the Cowboys that have moved out to an early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
On the set.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes
Here we
in the
go.
waning
Here we go.
moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go.
Okay, ready? Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Look at me. Door.
SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Joker.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Lead grip.
A final shot before break. Hill flushed out right. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. As time expires in the first half. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play and that little bit of hesitancy. Often works really well for offensive guys.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They
go,
trail
defense.
by 10,
Our time. It's our time.
17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play action now. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, no matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
The defense gave them. Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down.
Here I come. Here I come.
Here's Hill. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That one good for the completion percentage, but no
That's
gain.
it, baby.
It'll be third
That's
down.
it. That's it.
The defense
Big
loves
hit.
to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to
18
catch
Gator.
people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many
Check it back.
times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the
All
first.
day, baby, all day.
Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue
Double
against
tight,
calling
double
it.
tight.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Got four down, 4 down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They don't want it, fellas.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go.
So they'll come
70,
up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's going to be a long.
Hey, Zoo.
It's going to be a long day. Check.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run
let's get
pass
that ball,
option.
let's get that ball
Open
right
man
here.
is Michael Thomas.
Set.
Only 3 yards on the catch.
It's
third
easy work, and
down.
it's coming again.
Shift.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Check.
Yellow lady.
5. Check Mike 45. Hey, tight.
Here we go, 21.
Under 10. 10.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
All day, baby. Let's
now it
go.
looks like we'll get a timeout
Let's
as
go.
there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch
at
28.
the 42-yard
Single.
line.
Got a single on the slot.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He finds Latavius Murray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Set, ready?
45.
90, Wolf.
45.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watch that, watch that, watch that.
First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Shaquille Barrett is on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here they come.
Again, it's Murray. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, kill.
45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
It's Jarvis Landry. And he is into the end zone.
Great job. Touchdown for Dave.
Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Blutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
There we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike,
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Let's pick it up.
And
It's
down
out
on the
time, guys. Out
scoreboard,
time. Let's get
certainly
off the
needing to
field.
avoid what happened
Let's
on
get
the
off the
last
field.
drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way,
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
4 yards on the pickup.
Ready.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
59.
It's just me and you. It's just
Back to the ground, this time with Jones.
Back.
go. Run.
7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
5 on the 50.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
59's Mike. Check. 59. Wait.
I got him. 99. Check 99.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
All day, every
Well, I
day.
tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Ready.
The Saints
45,
offense
check
on the
mark,
field
45.
ready to get
You're
their
not
drive
ready.
started.
You're
And
not
now
ready.
you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here
You better
on
be
2nd and
afraid of me.
14. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Get him, boys.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Check.
45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Get ready. Hey, kill. Check. Kill. 26.
Breeze now to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Here's Mickens to return. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know you felt that one.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, wait. See me.
They'll go again to Jones.
Run.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Keep playing hard.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up and I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter.
You got him.
Yeah, that's
You
not a guy
got
they
him.
want to see consistently.
You got it. Black, what you got?
Mike 5'9".
Not here.
Check 31.
Let him go.
Play fake. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 29-yard line.
Ready, set.
45's the mic. Check. 45's the mic. Tackles.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been really good converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Match box lights. Hey. High 7. You're out.
Rush in.
Get it.
Hill gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Come on,
and no
set.
move to get the
60
offense
outlaw.
off the field. They'll stay
Let
put
him know, let him
on
know.
4th and 1.
Big river.
Come on now. Alley to run. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Yeah, score.
Taysom Hill.
Touchdown, baby.
His
Yeah.
second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Bucs will look to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown the last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't know what you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Sunday, 25. Check 25.
Again, it's Jones.
Check 9.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The big boys came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Get some, baby. Get some.
The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, let's get this.
Ready? White 25.
Mike's 59.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
4th down.
Move. 4 down. Check.
Green, triple C. Here we go. Hey,
Mike, 59.
The
Mike,
Bucs
check.
go for it.
59.
It's Winston.
Here we go, T. Here I come.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Let's go.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ready?
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
Let's go, defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. throw for Winston. Over the middle to Evans. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Yeah, baby.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Saints' 36-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
You ain't doing nothing today.
To the air again with Winston. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The defensive pressure's been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage. They've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Ready up.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Big stop, let's go.
They go with Murray again.
Right. Get it.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Let's go.
A first down pickup of 8.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch 54, watch 54. Who that?
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
They jumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Saints, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.